Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H has reacted to an unprovoked attack on tonight's episode of Raw. After Lyra Valkyria won a women's Intercontinental title match against Dakota Kai, Ivy Nile came out and brutally attacked both stars. Tonight was Lyra Valkyria's first women's Intercontinental title defense. On Raw, the 28-year-old successfully defended her title against Dakota Kai, emerging victorious when it was all said and done. Suddenly, Ivy Nile came out and attacked Dakota Kai at the entrance. She then sprinted to the ring and viciously attacked Lyra Valkyria while she was celebrating her big win. Mere seconds later, Triple H took to X to respond to the attack. For those unaware, Lyra Valkyria is the first ever women's Intercontinental Champion in WWE history. She won a tournament to crown the first women's Intercontinental Champion not too long ago. Valkyria defeated Dakota Kai in the finals of the tournament on the January 13, 2025 edition of Raw. Tonight, Dakota Kai was hoping to pick up the win and become the new women's Intercontinental Champion, but Valkyria had other plans. Now that Nile is involved in the mix, a triple threat match with the Women's Intercontinental Championship on the line seems inevitable. Monday Night Raw took a shocking turn when reigning WWE Champion Seth Rollins was brutally assaulted in a calculated attack that left the WWE Universe stunned. The heinous beatdown resulted in Rollins being stretchered out of the arena, and the repercussions were so severe that WWE Chief Content Officer Triple H was forced to address the situation publicly. A night of chaos. The night began with Rollins making his way to the ring, still sporting the battle scars from his recent title defense against Drew McIntyre at Clash of Champions. The crowd erupted in cheers as the Visionary soaked in the energy, but little did they know that disaster was lurking around the corner. Just as Rollins grabbed a microphone, the lights inside the arena flickered briefly. The eerie sensation was short-lived, and Rollins continued, addressing his upcoming plans and calling out potential challengers. Before he could finish, the Titantron lit up, displaying footage of a masked figure storming into Rollins' private locker room and destroying everything in sight. The champion's gear, his title case, and even personal belongings were left in ruins. A sense of unease filled the air, but Rollins, never one to back down, smirked and demanded the assailant reveal themselves. That's when the entire WWE Universe was blindsided. The brutal assault. From the crowd, a figure leaped over the barricade and slid into the ring like a predator hunting its prey. Before Rollins could react, he was struck from behind with a devastating steel chair shot to the spine. The attacker, now fully revealed, removed his hood. It was none other than Bron Breakker, the rising powerhouse of NXT, now making his ruthless mark on Raw. Breakker didn't stop with just one attack. He hoisted Rollins onto his shoulders and delivered a thunderous military press power slam. The WWE Champion writhed in pain, but the onslaught wasn't over. Breakker exited the ring, pulling out a table and setting it up near the announcer's desk. The crowd erupted in boos, pleading for mercy, but their cries fell on deaf ears. With the ferocity of a man possessed, Breakker picked Rollins up once again and power-bombed him through the table, splinters flying in every direction. Security and referees rushed to the ring, but Breakker simply backed away, smiling as he admired the carnage he had created. Medical staff rushed to Rollins' aid, carefully strapping him onto a stretcher as fans looked on in horror. Raw went to commercial break, leaving everyone questioning the severity of Rollins' injuries and the reasoning behind Breakker's shocking betrayal. Triple H breaks his silence. Minutes after Raw went off the air, WWE's social media exploded with footage of Triple H storming backstage, his face filled with frustration. The WWE executive wasted no time in addressing what had just transpired. "We are not going to tolerate this level of chaos," Triple H said in a video posted on WWE's official X account. Seth Rollins was brutally attacked in one of the most cowardly ambushes I've ever seen. And Bron Breakker? If you think this was the right way to make a statement, you just made the biggest mistake of your career. Triple H's voice was filled with authority as he continued. "I've had my eye on Bron Breakker for a long time. He's got all the tools to be a future world champion, but tonight, he crossed the line. Actions have consequences, and come Friday night on SmackDown, I'm personally going to address this situation. You don't just put your hands on a champion and walk away without repercussions. The game's words sent shockwaves throughout the WWE universe. Would Breakker face suspension? Would he be removed from Raw entirely? Or was this an orchestrated move leading to something even bigger? The locker room reacts. As news of Rollins' condition spread, several WWE superstars took to social media to react. Cody Rhodes, what happened to Seth tonight was absolutely disgusting. If Bron Breakker wants to play with the big boys, I'll be waiting. Damian Priest, Seth Rollins may be my enemy, but no one deserves that. Triple H, handle this ASAP. Becky Lynch, I don't care who you are or what you're trying to prove, attacking a man like that is pathetic. Bron Breakker, I hope you're ready for what's coming. Bron Breakker's first words. Despite the backlash, Bron Breakker remained defiant. Just moments after Triple H's statement, Breakker took to Instagram Live, sitting in a dimly lit room with a cold glare. Seth Rollins has had his time, he said, his voice calm yet menacing. WWE needs a new alpha, and I just showed the world who that is. I did what needed to be done, and I have zero regrets. Breakker then smirked before adding a final statement. Triple H, you said you'd deal with me? I welcome it. But just know, when the dust settles, there will only be one man standing. What's next? With SmackDown on the horizon, all eyes are on Triple H's next move. Will he suspend Bron Breakker for his actions, or will he acknowledge the raw talent and aggression that Breakker possesses? And most importantly, what does this mean for the future of Seth Rollins? Reports indicate that Rollins suffered severe bruising and possible rib injuries, though the full extent is still unknown. If he's forced to vacate the WWE Championship, it could pave the way for Breakker to step into the title picture, something that would only fuel the chaos. One thing is clear, the landscape of WWE has shifted dramatically. Bron Breakker has arrived on Raw with a vengeance, and Triple H has a major decision to make. Will punishment be served, or is this the beginning of a new era? Tune into SmackDown this Friday as Triple H addresses the WWE Universe, and perhaps, delivers the ultimate game-changing decision.